Second Chronicles chapters 1 through 7. Let's do it. As we come to Second Chronicles, we're going to start to change our focus from seeing a lot of David, but now we're going to kind of follow his kids. We're going to follow the kings that came after David, leading all the way up to what would be known as the exile of Israel. And we talked about that a little bit earlier on, but exile is on the way. It's coming, and it's going to come quick, and it's going to come in a hurry. And the reason why it's going to come in a hurry is because we have a lot more unfaithful kings than we have faithful ones. And so Second Chronicles is going to touch on a lot of those faithful kings and those unfaithful kings. It's going to talk about how they need to go back to a place where they're going to observe and honor and remember that the Torah and the law is there to help them and to free them and to bring them out of the wickedness and paganism. Is going to bring them back to the heart of God. And so what we see in Second Chronicles is literally just a continuation of recounting and a lot of repetitiveness, but the focus is there is redemption coming to Israel. There is hope for Israel yet, and that hope is going to come in this form of this new David, this new descendant from David's line that is going to bring about restoration for Israel and bring them back to being in good and right standing with God. But we're going to have to go and see through all the lenses and all the other kings that came, both the good, the bad, and the ugly. And that's what we are going to be seeing in these chapters already. So continue to press forward. Don't let up. Don't get discouraged. There's a lot more to see. There's a lot more to study. One of the favorite verses that I've always held to is Second Chronicles chapter 7 verse 14, and I hope that when you get to that point you read it and you highlight it and remember that verse for a long time. Slightly changed. Originally I had basically just done chapters 1 through 7, but as I finished the video, I was like, you know what? I think we can just do to chapter 23 because we're just going to see a lot of the same thing anyway, but I want to just really make sure you catch a lot of the things that we're witnessing through these kings. And one of the things that we witness is the paganism in these evil kings that would just go against God's will, go against God's heart, and just continue to pursue being debaucherous in every way. And I really want to focus on something crucial that you're going to need to go into what will be the latter half of the Old Testament as we go to start reading about the prophets, the book of Psalms, Proverbs, Esther, and all these other things that we're going to see soon. As we go into these parts of the Bible, we should expect and should know by now, humanity is failing horribly. There are people that are still hungry for God, zealous for God, seeking God, and that hasn't changed even today. We see that there are many churches all over the world, and those churches, especially here in Northern America and in the United States, we have churches almost every block, every mile, every other corner. There's a church or there's a congregation or some type of religious activity going on. What is it that makes it distinct? What is it that makes them unique? What is it that makes one church more important than the other church? The reality is nothing. Nothing separates these churches other than the people that are leading them and the focus of what they're doing for the gospel. Now, I'm not going to tell you that every church in itself should be identical. No, there should be a uniqueness and a drive to find growth in Christ, to find understanding, to find a desire and a hunger for God, and most importantly, to do what Jesus taught, and is to go out and make disciples. But the reality is that sometimes we allow our traditions, our culture, our social influences, we allow other things on the outside to somehow mandate or dictate what we do in the gospel. And that's what we're seeing in kings, that we see that these kings would be not just influenced by the desires of the people, but by their siblings, by their friends, by neighboring nations, by literally their own parents. It's just nonsense happening time and time again. And so as we come towards now that closing part of Second Chronicles, I just really want to emphasize that to you, that don't be discouraged on as we progress forward, because you're going to see how deep, how willing, and how far God's love was trying to go to reach these people, to speak to these people, to transform these people, and to show them the way back to Christ, to show them the way back to the truth. It sucks to see, but it does make us have to step away and say, wow, I'm not that different. That's all I have for you guys today. I'll see you in the next one.